Yo, Corey, what's going on? It's Coach. Listen, we are more than happy to have you on this team. I can see us potentially winning a championship with you in our lineup. Swing by my office once you've settled in.
Dang, I still remember that first message from Coach like it was yesterday. I see y'all boys back for another episode. I'm glad you're here. But hey, I need you to do me a favor again. Make sure you stay to the end of the vid, cause once again I need y'all help. But I just got done with my freshman year at Stanford and it was, let's just say it was something. But I'm not gonna leave y'all hanging. We gonna get to it and I'm gonna catch y'all up on everything. After my move-in day, I started training like a madman. Shit, I was getting up before the Roosters was doing 5 a.m. runs on the track. All I had to do was prove myself in the Pac-12 and at the D1 level, and maybe I could accomplish my dream. Pretty soon it was time for that first practice, and I ain't gonna lie, them boys was hooping. It wasn't much different from my high school practices, but it was much more physicality, and your IQ had to be on point. During the season, we played a lot of comp, man. And I went against some household names like Dillingham, DJ Wagner, Caleb Love, and even BRONNY. And also, a lot of people from back home tried to come back around now that I'm D1.
I'm surprised you didn't answer, but congratulations. I know we broke up a year ago, and I kind of broke your car window through your Xbox in the pool and burned a pair of your shoes, but I think you should forgive me. Anyways, do you think you're gonna start? If so, let me know so I can brag to my friend. Also, we need to talk about baby names, cause I'm gonna let you when you make it to the league. You ain't never gonna lose me, you melon munching Popeyes chicken eating money borrowing food stamp using Section 8 living marijuana smoking grape soda drinking banana pudding loving fried chicken feasting GTA San Andreas playing baboon. Talk to you soon.
I gotta change my number, man. But anyway, the first game of the season was against LSU. And honestly, I was nervous. I didn't know what to expect. But the first play I checked in, I ended up putting the moves on a defender and hitting a fadeaway bucket. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know I was gonna make it, but I just trusted my work. And then I got a highlight dunk right after that. Now, Coach did have set plays for us to run, but after me going 2 for 2, when I just checked in the game, I said, bump all that, I'm finna just start going crazy. And then I got a post-up bucket right after that. It took me a while to get the feel of the game, but as it went on and on, I ain't gonna lie, I got more comfortable. And then I remember this one play, the whole game changed. I came down the court, went to the lane, and hey! Just like that, I had the highlight play of the week. Man, they featured that mug on SC Top 10. I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, after that play, I think Coach realized that I could really compete and hoop out here. I wasn't even supposed to be playing that many minutes because I was coming off the bench, but the more I went crazy out there, the more he left me in the game. And I just kept delivering on that promise to go out there and go crazy. I really surprised myself because LSU, they was a good team. They weren't like a top ranked team or anything, but they was still good.
Damn! Oh my God.
Man, I was out there doing absolutely everything that I wanted. I couldn't even believe I was going this crazy, especially in my first college game. At the end of the game, I ended up getting another highlight dunk. It was pretty crazy too, but not as crazy as the first one. And just like that, the game was over. My first college game in the books. I had no doubt in my mind that I turned a couple heads this game. I was just hyped we got the win though, more than anything. I ended up dropping 28, 7, and 4 with 2 steals. And I didn't miss a free throw. Next up, we had a Pac-12 matchup against UCLA. I came in about 4 minutes into the game, and I tried to pick up right where I left off. Just being aggressive, trying to get to the rim, get easy dunks. But some people don't understand college isn't all flash and highlights. So I also did my dirty work in the post too. I knew if I was going to have any chance of making it to the league, I had to work on all aspects of my game. One of those included shooting, especially a good amount. But to be honest, scoring wasn't the only reason Coach brought me here. He said he liked how I played defense in high school too. And pretty soon I was getting steals at the collegiate level and somehow hitting crazy turnaround mid-range jumpers. After that midi, I felt like I was hot and I shot a crazy fadeaway. lie, if I would have missed that, I probably would have had my ass on the bench. But luckily I didn't miss, so I figured why not shoot another one, and that one went in. Man, I was going crazy, I was hot, hitting every single shot. If this was Call of Duty, I have a VTOL warship as my score streak right now. I ain't play much the second half cause coach ain't want me to get hurt, but that was that. We beat UCLA by a big margin. I ended up dropping 28 points and I shot 4 for 4 from the 3. I started off my college career with 2 great showings back to back. Man, who would have thought? Damn, I'm tripping, y'all. I knew I left out an important piece of information in the beginning. I hope she don't get mad at me when she see this, but I ain't even tell y'all about my girl. Kalani Knight. She was the starting point guard for the women's team. Man, when I tell y'all this girl could hoop, man, she can hoop. She wasn't the star player on the team, that would be Cameron Brink. She had like 100,000 followers on social media and all that. But Kalani, she wasn't far behind at all. We originally met when I was shooting around in the gym and she came to get some shots up too. We started hanging out and then we eventually hit it off. I started going to her games and I seen her give Texas like 40 points. For those of you who don't know how dating in college goes, let me just tell y'all, man, word get around hella fast.
Yo, Cash, what's going on? So I heard a rumor you're dating Kalani Knight on the women's team. I just wanted to call and say good job, young fella. You are him. A lot of guys want that girl, man, I'm trying to tell you. So be careful out here. Always remember it's a campus full of and thirsty ass. Try to stay focused on the main prize. Because it's a lot of people in disguise. I think for lunch I'll go get a burger with some extra fries. On Thanksgiving my mom made turkey. With some apple pies. Come on, man, these coaches can't do this rap like me, what the do you mean? But now back to what we were talking about. I'm serious, stay humble. And by the way, I got a wife, I don't use Tinder or Bumble. That was kind of hard, you can't even cap. I'll see you at practice tomorrow.
And now y'all see why I don't answer the phone. But anyway, fast forward in a little bit, we had a big game against Duke. Them boys was 9-0 and undefeated. And I started off the game rough. I could not throw the ball in the ocean, bruh. I couldn't get nothing to fall, and I got snatch blocked. Since my shot wasn't falling, I figured I had to find a different way to affect the game. And what I thought of was defense. I ended up getting a steal on the starting point guard, and I was wide open for a dunk. Hey! I don't know how y'all are when it comes to hooping, but with me, I just gotta see the ball go through the hoop at least once. And after that play, man, I got super turned. It was thousands of people in that arena, but I'm pretty sure everybody heard me shouting. And after that, my shooting percentage, none of that mattered. I had 2 dunks, I was already locked in. I guess you could say I was feeling myself a little bit because I started to do some flashy stuff. And I told y'all, college ain't all about flash, but hey, sometimes you gotta show it. I got a tough and one lay. Man, these boys couldn't really do nothing with me. Now me and they star freshman Jared McCain was going at it. I ain't gonna lie, Buddy was talking trash the whole game, and the only bucket he got on me was when I helped on the post and then he hit a 3. And after he hit that 3, the Duke bench was going crazy. I wanted to silence all that, so I came down the court, sized him up, and I got my bucket right back by any means necessary. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't been to the laundromat in a minute, but I still ended up putting him in a spin cycle and getting a poster. Way too easy, man. You see, this game wasn't just about me scoring though. I was trying to make the right play, setting screens for my teammates, just really trying to get the best shot we could. And pretty soon I had another highlight. Hey! I know what you're probably thinking. Bruh, how was you getting all these highlight plays and highlight dunks and not getting tired? I ain't gonna fake it, I was dog tired out there, bro. I was ready to fall out. But somehow, the ball just kept going in the hoop, so I had to keep performing. And somehow, they ended up fouling me, and coach decided I needed to come out the game when we was up 2. Luckily, we ended up winning, but I was kind of scratching my head after that one because I was still hot, and the game wasn't definitely won yet, so why take me out? I ended up dropping 23 and 6. I mean, your boy was doing his thing. Until the next game. It was a big matchup against BRONNY and USC. But I ain't gonna lie, man. this game changed my whole freshman year. And it's crazy because this was my first game starting. Our starting PG got injured and coach finally thought I was ready. And in the beginning I missed a shot and fouled the point guard out of frustration. And this man took me out the game for hellas. Man, I was heated. And when I got back in the game, I just wanted to go and score, but I couldn't get nothing to fall. But I mean, could you blame me? I mean, this man took me out after one shot and one foul. I never got a chance to get in the rhythm. I even had BRONNY on skates, but I just couldn't finish the shot. And when my first shot finally dropped, this man took me out the game for a second time. For hellas. I ain't get back in until it was a few minutes left. Now this one I could understand because I was missing a little bit, but bruh, it's literally your fault. Something got into me after that. Man, I came in there and dunked on the center first play. To be honest, I was just mad because coach had me sitting all those minutes. And we was getting blown out by a team we could easily beat. The Trojans ain't even that good. I don't even use Trojans when never mind, but you telling me we just handed Duke their first L and we come in here and get blown out? I did everything I could at the end to show coach, bruh, you should have kept me in the game the whole time. There was no reason I should have been on the bench at all. In the midst of all that emotion, man, I ended up picking up my final foul, and just like that, I was out the game. My first game starting. And we got beat worse than I did when I stole this ring pop from the store one time. It was unfortunate, man, because I was really hooping. But after that game, a lot of people had questions about me. People wondered how I could go from dropping 20-something points to barely performing in a key game. But we had another chance when we went up against Rob Dillingham and DJ Wagner and the Kentucky Wildcats. Right out the gate, I just tried to get going because last game, I couldn't. I was trying to be as aggressive as possible, but then tragedy set in when I tried to hit a mid-range and came down on my ankle wrong. Personally, I think DJ ain't give me no space to land, but I mean, it is what it is. The refs weren't gonna call it. At first, I thought it was something small, but as the game went on, man, it started hurting even more. Now, I know you're thinking I probably sat out the rest of the game, but our starting PG was hurt, so I was really all they had. And this was a game we really didn't need to lose, so I just had to suck it up and go out there and play on the bum ankle. It was bothering me the whole game. No matter what I did, I was still trying to be aggressive, but I just wasn't explosive as I was before I hurt my ankle. So eventually I had to start passing to my teammates and just hoping they knocked down every single shot. I'm not gonna sit here and act like we didn't have other buckets on our team, but bruh, me scoring those 20 points a game, that really did help us. Okay, it wasn't 20, it was more like 16, but you know, us basketball players, we gotta round our numbers up. By the time we got to the fourth quarter, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I was just ready for the game to be over. I mean, my ankle was literally burning, and somehow I hit 2 back-to-back clutch threes to put us in position to win. The last thing I can remember is me catching the ball in the corner, and I think I went up for a dunk. When I came down on that mug, man, it was hurting extremely bad. It was a tough loss and I put all the blame on myself. A bad showing and an injury game, I just couldn't catch a break. But somehow that game, I still ended up dropping 29 points. I was on the sideline for a minute until our last game against Arizona in the Pac-12 conference match. I remember I didn't want to play this game, but I'm glad I did. I came out there and I wanted to prove I could still hoop, despite being out for like 8 games due to my ankle injury. And to be honest, I picked up right where I left off. Man, we was beating them boys like they stole something. And when I say we, I mean I even got this crazy poster dunk right before halftime. And to be honest, this game meant nothing. I mean, we weren't going to the March Madness tournament, and Arizona already had their ticket punched. So this was basically just a season-ending game with no meaning at all. But little did I know, this would actually end up being my best game of my career, college and high school. Now that Duke game was pretty good, and Arizona wasn't as highly ranked as them, but man, my efficiency this game was crazy. I was doing everything. And just like that, I had a Dunk of the Year candidate. After I hit that dunk, it seemed like it sucked the life out of the crowd. It was silent, you could hear a penny drop in there. And it didn't help that I stepped over that boy like I was AI or something. Man, that was so crazy. But it didn't stop there. I know that Arizona coach was pissed because I was basically doing whatever I wanted to out there. This is the only game I could say felt like a high school game because I was really doing whatever. I was even throwing it off the glass and dunking it. I think I just put it all on the line this game. I mean, my freshman year didn't go exactly how I wanted. Yeah, I was hooping, but I ended up doing bad in a big game, and then I got hurt, and that injury made me miss hella time. But hey man, we know my life ain't a walk in the park at all. Feel like I'm always going through something, and even when it seemed like I'm doing good, I'ma get hit with a trial. My buddy did some bogus stuff and tried to rip me at the end of the game when it was clearly over. We beat them boys by 10 and that was it. My freshman season was in the books. No March Madness at all either. However, I did get them boys 37-10. And I ain't even know it, but that was the first time somebody had got a 30-point double-double in Stanford history. And that dunk when I stood over buddy got 500,000 views on Twitter. And just like that, I was one of the most popular college basketball players that was still playing. Alright, so now I need y'all help. That last game against Arizona really gave me some buzz. I mean, they got me in a couple different mock drafts for next season. So do y'all think I should stay here another year or enter the transfer portal? I don't know, man. I got my girl here, and plus my coach was BSing, but maybe we could build something next year. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and on episode 7, we gonna find out together. I'll catch y'all in the next one.